Hey, my name is PolishLynx and welcome to Juniper's Note. Let's begin. Much of these tall walls and floors have weathered into dirt and dust, revealing the foundation. Alright, I'm speaking this way because I know what character we are over here right now. Much of the ceiling, too, has crumbled to the ground, layering in flakes and bits. Below me now is such tired soil. Tired soil. Pah! There isn't much to do here but burn dead leaves and wait. Watch the smoke rise, curl up fresh and tickle the inside of your nose. Dewless bones, it is. But what can I do? I'm stuck. Some might say curse. I'd rather say bound. I don't like to think very much about it. I kneel to the small fire I've started, taking up a few embers and loam into my palm. It's this glow that stirs me and reminds me that my heart is still beating. I bring the sacred scorched earth close to my face, shut my eyes and breathe it in. I taste it and spit. It's barren. I'm probably going to wait here forever. What? There is a natural rustling not far west. West eye. What is it? Who? Another here? My eyes sharpen, my ears perk up. I feel my heart thumping into my throat. Should I be forward? Give a call? Would that work? Cry out, plead. Help, damsel! A full sword of fly. Would that work? No, go still. Listen. Just listen. Whatever it is, it just... right busy about here. Noises tumbling corrupt from all doorways. Chests wide open. Probably wide open, but shops and homes are explored. A scavenger then? Someone found this place? Toot. Hearing these sounds is just odd. It should be odd, but it is strange. I should remember such sounds. Oh, the noise is getting closer, is it? Am I imagining this? No. It's truly in the manor. Now, poking around the kitchen and lounge. I decide, don't trust that it will find its way to the ballroom. To stand, I take a good posture and await this new company. And to my surprise, he shows up at the doorway in the next minute. A boy, a man? What kind of thing's this again? He's carrying a pack and has a bottle in his waist. Maybe he's a traveler then. Doesn't look like he's noticed me yet. He's just wandering, stare adrift. After a few steps I catch his eye. He moves a little closer to look me in the face, and then some more to see my feet. He stops there. He's staring now and doing nothing more. Come here! As if rising something his defense, his heart beats loud in the air. I need help, so come here. He doesn't bend. What is he up to? What does he think this is? I speak again, this time with a little bite. The hell are you waiting for, Ted? Have I been rude? Have I been rude? Oh well, you're cordially invited to move your dumb legs. For the first conversational words I've spoken in centuries, they could have been worse. He shakes with fear and stands back. A fiend. Slow, are you? What does matter? What are you piecing your trousers for? Get over here. No way, you will eat my soul. What? A smile cracks along my face. Your soul! Oh my, when was it last that I laughed like this? I grin so brightly, watching, chuckling while he shrinks back a little and a little more. No, person, you're just perfect. Won't you lend an ear? For I eat your soul. At my laughter, he glares, stealing himself, he answers me.
You'll not catch me, demon, got that? I've read the stories, I'm tired, but I ain't stupid.
Am I that famous? Just mercy, I left a mark.
You know what I mean?
Hello, dog.
Fiends, devils, demons, all yowl. I know how it is.
And how is it?
She's killed, by the way. You're all foul and you try to trick people. I would allow her to trick me.
Trick you, trick. I really just can't believe it. What's happened in the years I've been gone? And what if I'm not trying to trick you, person? What if I just want to hear you?
Just want to hear me? What the hell?
Like, what's it you've read, lad? Do tell, I'd love to hear a story, I'm on board.
I think I'll just leave.
You'd turn tail on a bloody thirsty? Weak fiend?
Look, I know something dirty when I say it. You ain't fooling on no one.
He's so precious. Alright, I'll tell you why. They call us fiends, devils, demons, and plainly trying to win your extravagant soul through my dastardly wit. Honest and true, I'm a rook. But please, at least tell me of what you've read.
Why the hell do you want to listen to me so much?
Because I'm bored and your voice, I swoon.
But horse feathers.
I really do want to listen. Would you be so kind? He's genuinely considerate, such a delight. I don't want to hear him. In the meantime, I'll look him over a little more finely. He's got over face, but through the fabric of his shirt I can see that he's muscled, a surprise. Even the soldier's voice seemed a bit lean back in the days I rode in Marley. I wonder what it is he does. He smells like an animal, in the most pleasant way that can be said. It's quite good. Also, he has the faintest scent of watercress about him, mingled with black oil. What a peculiar lot.
I'd really better not stick around. I guess I can tell you some things, for. Yeah, I guess I can tell you. Long as you stay put, you hear?
What's coming from you is more powerful than I care to challenge, person.
Yeah, right, whatever. Here's a story, one from a book I read a lot when I was little.
Oh, pardon, I find it very hard to think of you and a littler.
Quiet. There was a cobbler in Whitaker who had nothing to eat. He was poorer than dirt, and he didn't have a girl, and it made him real sore.
He didn't have a girl?
A dame, a sweetheart. He didn't have a wife.
Continue.
While he was walking down an alley, he met this man. He had on a dark cloak with a hood that covered his eyes, and the cobbler couldn't make heads or tails of it. He stopped and asked the clothesman if he'd like his shoes worked on.
That's stupid. Why would he do that?
'Cause he needed all the work he could get.
Well, he should have gone around ruining shoes if what he needed was work.
The clothesman said he wasn't wearing shoes, but he could use a new pair. But obviously the cobbler's a cobbler, so he don't make shoes. He tells him that. And the clothesman says, actually, I could really use some new shoes. The cobbler looks at him weird and says he can get them if the guy's sick. And the clothesman says, would you do that? I'll do something for you then. And the cobbler says, like what? And the clothesman says, perhaps anything. He leans forward darkly as he says this. I smirk at the action.
He leans forward darkly as he says this. I smirk at the action.
Now I know what you're thinking. I've heard this one before, and know how it goes. What you done? Because the cobbler says, perhaps not. And he walks away. How
exciting!
But here's the thing. While he's walking, he notices the alley is longer than usual. He doesn't think about it for. He thinks he's just tired from work and keeps walking. But while he's walking, he sees another man in a cloak. He stops and asks if the man could use his shoes getting work done, and the clothesman says he doesn't have any shoes. The cobbler stops and looks at him, and says he'd better get moving. The cloaked man says he could really use some new shoes. And why he's moving, you know. I know it. He keeps trying to this man in cloak, and he can't find the end at the alley. Actually, every time it takes longer and longer, till he sees the man in the cloak. On the 8th time he runs into the man. He stops and asks what's the game. And the cloak man looks at him with yellow eyes. Says he could really use some new shoes. For what? The cobbler says. I don't know, the cloak man says. Perhaps anything. What do you want? The cobbler knows exactly what he wants, but fiends have yellow eyes. And he knows a fiend. Toot, nonsense, I actually sigh hearing that. So, telling me if this story is anything good to her do is that I might have already trapped you. Do you know, I don't think you did. Why not? He shrugs. I don't think you did. Huh. I really must say, your manner of storytelling is queer. What? It's strange. Oh. I know, it's just very strange to my ears. I guess. How's your story end? The cobbler gets desperate and makes a pact with the fiend to get new shoes by the next day. The fiend will give him gold for him to do that. So the fiend gives him the gold, but he doesn't make it. The fiend traps him in the alley so he can leave. His soul is taken and he is damned. The fiend eats his soul and leaves the alley for a farm. A farm? Yeah, I know. I snort. That's comedy. I think it's supposed to mean something, but point is, don't get caught up with fiends, no matter what. You're getting caught up with a fiend right now. Well, you don't feel right. I what? He shakes his head. Nothing. I look at him and try to figure him out. Figure out his opinions and his story. In the time he's told it, he seems to have taken another idea of me. I'm not sure why that is either. I appreciate you telling me that story. Don't mention it. So, Puck, you still worry with me? Yeah, a little. I frowned. Well... Do you want me to tell you another story? Eh? The unsolicited offer draws me. Is he really asking? But now if I'm doing it, I can't ask for that. No? I pause. No, I'm fine. You say so. I'm gonna go now. Go? Yeah. I have to go, so I'm going. He begins to turn around. Stay, please, I won't take your soul unless I want. And then, like an idiot, I move my hand out, reaching for him with singular wanting. I move past the second meter, past this circular edge with my fingers, and we drove a start as they are set afire. Dropping my knees, I scream, my crowd and home, clutching the flames and smothering them. Tears crawl down my face and I snarl with pain. I shut my eyes and moan. I hear him step a bit closer. You're stuck there? Looking up at him from the ground, I feel my teeth chattering. Oh no, I know I want him to stay. Yeah, I know. To rend him. Because as if it just wasn't so fun enough that vines went down from the wall and the grass is born through sound so close, just outside this putrid circle. Now there is a human breathing before me. Comedy. Everywhere but here, but near to me, to my desolating blood. These years have done me, cut and clawed beneath my skin. Scars invisible, but nevertheless blighting. I hate it so much. I hate a feeling it hits me in my heart, and the strife it takes in kind. I hate it. My flesh heats, and I look away from him. Look at his eyes enrages me. How long you've been there? Long enough to beg, long enough, you hear? Too long I've been in this stinking pile. It does matter to you? I wanna know. Well, I don't want to tell you, sorry, miss. Miss! I take a look at my clicking, stuttering hand, my eyes still blurred with tears. With sizzling, small blades dance between the fingers. I take my tongue to it, soothing the burns. You're a bold one, calling me a flap. What, huh? No, you're no flapper, lady.
It means something different now?
Miss is just what you're supposed to call or the ladies. Not that you are old. Out of respect.
Lapping the flames from the back of my hand, I glanced at him. Is it right?
Are you okay?
I set my ring finger and squint. What's that?
Alright, fine.
Is that okay? Alright. Aye, I'm a fiend. Yeah, heal fast. I can still feel it snap and pop in the joints. I whistle cool air to my digits and take myself from the ground. Are you going to stay?
I could?
Thank you.
I'm actually lost right now.
Lost is it lost, huh? That's a sweet irony.
Huh?
Don't look so unpleasant. The irony is quite obvious here, isn't it? He squints. Think, after all, I cannot even be lost. Forever and ever, I'll know where I am, and where I am is stuck. I laugh again, but he doesn't find it funny. He doesn't seem to find it much of anything at all. I quit it, wiping away a figurative tear. Whoa. I know this place so intimately I dread in your face.
He jerks.
He jerks and gives his head a shake.
If you know where this is, do you know where's more?
So earnest. Don't know what more is, I know Moors.
Moors?
Aye, Moors, you follow?
I know what those are.
My hand is a right easy jig we're dancing. Time's making fools of us both. He looks a bit hazy, as though he's giving hard time keeping his eyes fresh. I turn my head silently. What's more, person?
Where I was born, live.
A town? A new town?
City, think it's been there for a while.
That's right. He doesn't speak and I glance over just quickly enough to catch him at the end of nodding. Do you know this place was a moor for a time?
But I don't know what is that?
It is a dead place, a wet place. I too was born in a moor. Can't your stomach read a mood? Bleeding hell, I was about to tell a tale.
Sorry.
You're hungry, is it?
Starving.
Yes, fiends, here we only eat souls, and only for pleasure.
Quit joking.
Joking?
Hey, you got any food?
What you blithering on about now? I look like I got food. I don't got any food, idiot. How far here? I thrust out my hands just before the barrier pounds up. Give me the chestnuts in your pack, I smell them. He hesitates.
Why?
So I can gobble them up, what do you think? I'll cook them for you. They're not long from the branch or the ground, smells like. You haven't cooked them, and nor have you eaten them. You prefer the taste of them cooked.
He nods slowly.
I twitch my fingers waiting.
Is there something you want, for this?
Your company for the morning till noon.
That's it?
I nod.
Okay, deal.
His words spoken like an eel. It resonates deeply, echoing and shakes ash from the walls. Startled, the boy covers his mouth. Deal, was it? I smile. Here.
Did I just...
Aye, you made a pact. Shaking his head, he sighs. Wordlessly carefully he takes off his pack and opens it up. Withdrawing a bushel of nuts into hands, he moves forward. I look down at him, still waiting. And with same moments he brings his hands to mine. He got my gaze, and I don't move at all. But I do think... wait, couldn't I just, you know... Quickly just... My hand stands, but it ends with a thought.
Like, switch places?
He drops the hip into my palm, my fingers go around it. Again I turn up my lips. Seeing this, he hops back. Give me my man. I take all but one into my left hand, holding glass between my right thumb and forefinger. Opening mouth, I bring it between my teeth and puncture it with one of my fangs. I bite through the shell, making a rough cut from one end to the other, and take it out. Observing the inner flesh of it, I spit out the shreds. Satisfied, I go to carve the second, third, fourth, and so on. When I finish, I hold the chestnuts aloft and make a heart of my hands. This will take a while, person, but not so long. Might we talk some?
Sure.
Then have a seat. Where do you head? Where do you leave off before your stomach so rudely interrupted? He sits, chin on his knees and eyes half-lidded.
Or something?
Ah, yeah, I'll tell you a story about moors in return for yours. For rather than story, a chat would be nice. I save you a story for a bit later.
What do you want to talk about?
Moors.
Right.
My moor, mine. There really isn't much to say, come to think of it.
You said you were born there.
Like all fiends, I was born in the waste. You've read about us, yeah, about how we make barn and where we stand. Of course, we drain life from earth for our sustenance. Cloudland and Calignius loft, earth rolling low and damp with miasma, the pit of plants choked, sterile. I feel my face twisting to a skull.
Sounds,
It sounds hideous, I know, because it is.
Did you grow up there?
Heh, any question? Aye, I did. Had a mother and father, always got me wondering, is this where I'll be when I get old? A bloody moor? Ha! Guess not.
You left it then.
Left it for many places.
What was it like growing up there?
Tedious, maybe I shouldn't brought this up at all,
We just don't want to talk about it, that's okay.
No, it's not a matter of okay, there's just not much of anything to talk about. It's all very colorless. What about yours?
My what?
Your moor.
Oh, it's not really anything special, just your typical city.
Typical to me, it's not the same to you.
Well, it's big, loud, streets are packed with folks, lots of smoke and brick. My ma and pop run a farm near there, calls very crazy.
Oh, is that where your stand's from?
My sand?
You smell like herbs and horses, it's quite adorable. Hey, you also smell like black oil, but I'm not sure where from.
City's pretty modern. I have to lift canisters of oil from place to place every Wednesday.
Oh, tough. He nods, huh? Very tough.
Hey, knock it off, William. I do hard work.
He kind of slurs his sentence, but is nevertheless determined to appear strong. I believe you. For noble, strong efforts, I think it's time for your story. You ready? He shrugs. I clear my throat and loosen up my shoulders somewhat, poising my fire hands dramatically. Do you know that stars sometimes act as rain in the sky? Night sky?
You mean like a meteor shower?
Hush.
I've heard of it, but never seen it.
Well, I've heard of it, and know it because I've seen it. Imagine there's thousands of lights, and they all bleed along the cold cerulean rainbow, slowly, very slowly. Follow, they are so very slow that as they make the long stretch out above you, you hardly notice them drag. It is an impeccable slowness, imagine it. He nods very slowly and nods in another way, drifting into my memory. And flash! I flare the fire in my hand. The chestnuts walks, splitting, crackling. He jumps, the light catching in his eyes. Flash! Haha! Flash! Flash! With each of these words I stoke the flames. They lick up and dance wildly. Each single brilliant streak cuts through the lights, independent and free. And then it dies. The magic in my palm fades and sighs. It pulses, fades. His eyes glaze over. Like this? Like a heart's blast beating. Death is quick to these stars. Shrink my eyes from the light. Had they so turned, I had noticed. I gaze upon the boy. Say, person, that's awful to you.
Huh?
He thinks of an answer.
It is.
There isn't an answer, person. You don't have to consider it like there is one. You think it's awful?
I do.
That's interesting. It's really interesting. And the fire, leaving the chestnuts to cool. I blow on them and breathe on them, ears twitching. These are done now. I'll hold them out to him. My other bargain is met, and you know what? I'll do you a favor. I'll go ahead and roast the rest of your chestnuts in my fire here. I motion to the dead leaves. I'll do this for free, for no deal. All that's left now is for you to stay. Squinting waits a little, but soon enough crawls toward on his hands and calves his back in tow. He stops the edge of the circle and takes the fruits from my hand. He looks at me, wearing a kind of ugly expression. What? Settling on his rear, he keeps looking at me, but a bit less ugly. He seems to be wondering something. Eventually he looks at the nuts in his hand instead, his face softening. He shells one and pops it into his mouth. His face flushes naturally. He chews a little. He pushes it back into the circle with his food. Shoots back a few feet and speaks.
Which part, that was the story, miss?
Well, look at that. You are entirely daft. I got it back from the ground, shake it a little. Townsmen like there say you are in chestnuts in here. I pick it up and check, sure enough, finding the things in excess. Some of the burrs still on, some still green. I toss those once. I slurred through it, just in case there might be something of interest. There is not. 'Twas a preamble, 'twas. There's story to it for certes. I told you I've seen this. Blinking, he nods. With hollow sound, I crack one of the chestnuts by part in my mouth. I grow the fire at my feet and drop it in there. No more flashy tricks now. As I reiterate these actions, I speak to the boy. I was not alone those stars then. I was with another miss. Drop another into the fire, watch it fall. My eyes lose some of their color. She was very young and human, perfect miss. Such a charming girl, we would dance together and sing, press close when unseen. I was fascinated with her, I think, and so when she got a melancholy, I brought her from town to those stars. I had the age in my niece, knew the eventide would be crying, and had figured the beauty of it would settle her. The boy constricts his brow, chewing somewhat sadly. Oh, not to worry, it did. He swallows. Understood the custom of men. I've always been free-thinking and never bound to the thoughts of others. My actions that night, no, my actions altogether, no one took kindly to it when she returned.
What happened?
What happened? What? Well, after I took her back to town, she was plucked and beaten and beaten and beaten and plucked and beaten and beaten until she could not move for breath or breathe. The boy stares at nothing, his hands held stiff only so near to his parted lips. I buried her under the sky where I last saw her smiling. He closed his mouth into a frown. A century later I returned to her spot and found an olive tree grown there. It was the sickest thing, gnarled and twisted it was. Furious I raised the entire plant, its trunk, its bark, its branches and leaves. I scorched its roots. Would have torn out the roots, for refrained to not disturb her. Yet last I'd seen it remained alive, born fruit, and uglier than before. Isn't it the most wonderful story one can tell?
No.
Ha! I dropped last of the chestnuts into leaves.
Didn't you mess up the guys who did it?
Mess up?
You ruffian, you did eat them?
I didn't eat them. What happened to them doesn't matter to the story.
I wanna know.
I don't want to tell.
Seriously, miss. You know, when kids in the neighborhood mess with my kid brothers, I beat their faces in with a stick. That's what love is incur your mates.
Love? That's what you figure from this tale, that I fancied her?
Well, obviously.
It's my story, person, not yours. Come of it. It's an old story and it is only a story. Stop.
What? Man.
He chucks Dischan, his hand against the wall at his side, his expression sore.
Fine. I'm fine.
I'm just entraining you as I cooked.
That's stupid.
Bollocks, I don't want to hear that from your fool hours.
Well, it's stupid. Stupid. Forget it.
What? What's this? You don't think your stone's dropping now? Drop it if they're there. I'll tear him out, your tongue. Do here, don't start with me. The boy freezes, hand hovering over his lost chestnut. I'll rip your legs off, understand? Don't start with me. Last thing you need to be worrying over is your soul, since I'll rend you limbless if you start with me, and there won't be anything beholding that soul at all. You start with me, I'll kill you. We clear, person? He quickly nods. I chuckle. You're a finger, you. Wailing so tender I can't move from here, person, you know that. Quivering, he speaks up.
It just sounded pretty real.
Did it? The boy lets out a loud sigh, shaking as it leaves him. Still breathing with fear, he fumbles opening his last nut. There looks to still be bits of shell on the fruit, which he does not notice until it's in his mouth. He frowns a bit frown and calms down somewhat, now distracted by the taste. Some of these are finished, mine. I noted the fire. Can toss them to you if you'd like, if you are still scared.
No, I'm not.
He rocks his head.
I'm fine. But I'm pretty tired. Could you toss them anyway?
Aye, surely could. Also shall, but only if you agree to stay with me till sunset.
It's noon already?
It is. I sit down myself, lunging across from him. He stares, his vision slowing and jumping and trying to focus. Eventually he squints, leveling his eye on me.
Didn't you say you'd do it for free?
No, this person had said I'd cook this, and I am. He furrows his brow and frowns.
Fine, I'll stay with you, deal.
The powder rattles with the sound. He's surprised by it. I smile again. So is that what you are? Tired?
Yeah.
I pick up a chestnut and throw it to him. He catches it somewhat dazedly. How long have you been gone from your moor, person?
Do know, 2 days?
Throw him another. Oh, isn't that a long time?
No.
It's a joke. Laugh.
I don't know. If I laugh, I'd basically be like me laughing at you.
Ha! Answering for greater joke instead of simply laughing. You really are a jester.
A greater joke?
I sent one more his way. My existence. My predicament and existence together are the greatest joke in all of history. I know this, and I missed half of it.
Stop.
Such a soft lad. I tilt my head and regard him. I keep leafing through my head book for the memory of another like you, but I'm finding nothing. And I have so many memories, did you know? So many. So many troubles, delights, regrets. The boy shouldn't be so soft. The word so rough it will shape him ugly. Languidly breathing, the boy eases into his arms a little more. Or it was a rough place. If you don't know Morse, maybe this word's also soft now. It would explain you. He blinks. When I was raised in my moor, that was quite rough. You know why I'd laughed earlier? When you'd mentioned souls? You know why I joke of souls? He blinks. So many of us fiends are so obsessed over souls. It's just extraordinary souls, not unremarkable. Ones like the way yours feels. Have to look for those mature, pretty humans. Their souls heavy with character and experience. He closes his eyes. A newborn soul, for example, won't do it for you. It is special for, yeah. A newborn soul is quite pure, really. His back rises and falls. Pax kinda pax est nom. Exquisite. I chuck a chestnut at his hair. His bum softened to the ground. He doesn't even flinch. I look into the fire. I gaze into the fire. The fire. The stupid things inside it. Peace! These stupid fiends! For a flash moment, I considered turning them to ash, but doing so would break my pact. No, it wouldn't. I still won't. I would rather burn this thing. This boy. Lost it. Should have grabbed him while he was at the edge. Would it have been so simple? Do I need his agreement to exchange his life for mine from the circle? Am I forgetting? Am I forgetting the conditions? It will be damned for rekindling hopes in me. Pressing my hands into my face, angry roughly, I guard him through parted fingers. I breathe out. If I could just launch out from here and take him, I'd do it. I would. I crawl, my body still feels the sensation of when I last forced myself through the barrier. The strings my marrow, the purging of my eyes, and I'd still launch out from here. I'd bloody well do it tries to get out of the lighted circle. Why didn't I grab him before? He was at the edge. When you pull him in, take him. I've forgotten so much. Oh, God, to cry to heaven. What? Is this what it was like? Having passions? I want to die. I want to live, but not anymore. If this is passion, pass you, I want to die. I'd bite my tongue again, burst blood and drown myself. Nails in my wrists, stealing and dig and tug and pull out my bleeding throat again too. Huh? Whining silence every day. What's a day? 2 days, he said. What are days, huh? What are months? What are years? I've been here centuries. Centuries? Was longer? Even centuries? Oh. Quiet settles in and the wind dashes the leaves. Scrubbing leaves, scrape, haul, raindrops falling again, embers in my hands, smoke. Sometimes I scream just to hear my voice again. What happened to my life? My jaw is quacking, my eyes are warm. I wish you hadn't come here. Taking my hands from my face, I look at this peaceful, he's so peaceful, isn't he? Peaceful little cunt. Wake up! I throw another chestnut at him, whistling. Wake up! Another and another. See me his body? It does not grant the bloody piece of sleep. I take up handful and toss them. I haven't slept a minute, bastard, son of a slut bitch, 2 pin pants horror. I haven't slept a second. I have been always awake. 2 days? You miserable wretch. Had I only been here 2 days, I'd drink a pub dry. Then you here? When you're dead, I'll find and spit on your grave. I plant an olive tree there, you rat bastard. I throw and throw, missing. I hate you. Am I sobbing now? If you ain't sobbing? Why? I drop Mars to the ground, crying in shakes. For the life of me, I can't remember a time ever crying.